Hi, Luann here with Culinary Chats, and welcome to my kitchen. Today I wanted to showcase one of the new spring products that was just released and it's already became a favorite in my kitchen. It's allowed me to get rid of several other small appliances and take care of my meals throughout the day from breakfast to dinner quickly and easily. So I just wanted to show that to you. This is the Deluxe Electric Grill and Griddle. And what makes this different than any other grill and griddle? Let me count the ways. First of all, it comes with 4 interchangeable grill plates. And then there's the option to purchase the waffle plates in addition. So there's 6 that you can use in there. And what makes these plates different is that the heating element is actually in the plate itself. It's not in the actual appliance, so that allows for even cooking and like with the waffles and griddle, all of them are nice and even. So I wanted to show you, when you get it, it will have a little tiny plastic protector on it. Make sure you take that off. I left that on there just to show you because there's several people, consultants and directors that have tried these first that had problems with them, and that's actually what it was there was just a piece that hadn't been taken off. So this, they're very easy to change out. There is a release button on the side. You just pop that and it comes up. Take that out. And what I say by mix and match, that means you can have one type on the top and a completely different type on the bottom. I'll show you in a second why you'd want to do that. So as you can see, there's a kind of a guide here. That's for the grease or fluids to drip out, and the drip pan is down below, so it will catch those. That's how you know it goes. This is the part that goes in the back. I don't know if you can see that. It is shaped differently, and it has a little bit of a dip down there too. So there's also these little indentations here, and on the bottom there's some tabs that you kind of slide those under, and on the top those same tabs are right down here. So you slide that little lip underneath there and lower it down and it snaps into place. That's it. Super easy. So take it off by pushing like that. Put it back on, and they're all the same as far as how they go on and come back off. So super easy. So the griddle, of course, is great for anything that you'd like to do your typical griddle things on, like eggs, quesadillas, anything like pancakes that you want flat. And of course the grill is great for those beautiful grill marks on your burgers and your proteins, your steaks and paninis. You can do the vegetables up there, and the waffle ones, besides using for the waffles, and let me show you so I don't forget, I just took these out of the dishwasher, so these 2 are a little bit damp because I used them this morning. The waffle sizes are quite generous. There's 2 waffles per plate, so they're a nice size waffles. We're not talking little toy waffles here. So besides the waffles, you can also do fun things that people have been doing, like making grilled cheese with the waffle pattern, and like even putting bacon and grilled cheese on it for breakfast sandwiches and stuff, all kinds of different fun things. So the other thing that makes this unique, different, and versatile is the fact that this comes in, it will allow you to do different positions. So what do I mean by that? I mean that there is a release button over here. Oops, that's not it. It's back here. Sorry, that's what I get for trying to do this without looking. Actually up here, that you just push up and it lays down flat. So you just doubled what you can do with this. Not just surface area just doubled, but the types of plates that you use just doubled. So you can be doing your eggs or vegetables on one side, or heating up tortilla tops on one side and cooking the vegetables with the grill pattern on the other and your proteins on the other, or your sausage patties on the others with the nice grill pattern. And these 2 can be controlled differently for temperature. So the top can be at one temperature, this is the top, the bottom can be at a different temperature. So you can have something over there just warming, staying warm that you cooked on the other side. It's just endless what you can do with it. So that alone is awesome. And of course, when you close it, then it's cooking from the top and the bottom. So it does cook quicker. And that's great for your proteins, like your meats and whatnot. So the top also is adjustable. So, you know, it wouldn't work just for anything to go down the same amount, because a grilled cheese is much thinner than maybe a pickled steak or something. So there is an adjustment on this side. This is the height adjustment lever, so you can see that's the lowest. And as you go backwards, it holds it up further, so it doesn't allow it to smash your foods. The other nice feature that it has is, you know, as you get up higher, as you can see, the angle of this is, the top is like that, and your food is still flat. So it's like this part is farther away than this. So all you have to do is push slightly on this top part, and it disengages that, so it just hovers over the top. So it levels it out, and it also gives you a nice further control over where you have the heat, as far as how far away. And some people are liking to cook the food with the bottom one and then only have the top on melt, and like on things that they just wanted to melt the cheese on, like pizza or a burger or something. The last part of the, yeah, I'm still cooking a little bit, but I just want to melt the cheese on the top. I don't want to liquefy it. So you can do that separately. So that's super nice. And then once you get it back locked, you just push it like that. So that's really, really nice. Let me just show you some of the features before I show you the settings real quick. The front, I pretty much showed you everything that you need to see. This is the plate release button that I'm not gonna push on the top, or it will come down like that. And this is the height adjustment that I showed you. This is the release to disengage the back, so you can actually raise it up even further than what I showed you. The back there is a drip tray that comes out through the front, that I'll show you when I reverse it back around. There's also the drip guide. When the plates are removed from the appliance, the drip guide does pull out, so you can wash that, which is super handy. It does have the cord housing, I guess is what you call it here. So when it's in storage, you do have a place to wrap your cord up. And I believe that's all I was going to show you back there. And then as far as the settings, there are 6 pre-programmed settings on it. And let me just plug it in. Oh, I know what I was going to show you back there. The other thing that people are having problems, believe it or not, this sounds silly, but it happens. They're getting it and they're saying it's not working. And these are directors and consultants, because we get it super early so we can trial these things. And they're like actually sending them back and they're not realizing there is an on-off button on this back here. So you do have to turn it on. And I understand how they do that, because the air fryer does not have an on-off button. It's for safety reasons for air fryer. So they, I think, assumed that there wasn't one on here. But yeah, don't forget, if you plug it in, it doesn't come on, turn it on in the back. Seems simple, but yet it's not. So the drip tray from the front, I don't know if you can see that. It's very generous, so it does hold quite a bit. There's also a housing here for a temperature probe to be stored when you're not cooking with it. And I forgot to show you that. So the 6 programs on here, there's a custom, a sear, a panini, a grill, a griddle, and a keep warm. And once you've chosen the pre-program, which is of course super simple, fast, you just, you know, click it and go. That's the beauty of it. You can also still adjust the time and the temp on it. So it's not like you're set in there. You can just kind of fine tune it a little bit if you want to just get that going real fast with that, and then decide, oh, I don't like that temperature, it's too hot or whatever. And there's also a button here that says add 30 seconds. So and on any of the pre-programs, if you decide, oh, that doesn't look quite how I want it, and you just click that and it's gonna give you 30 more seconds and then beep again, and it will beep. So when it's preheating, it's going to beep and go around in the circles and beep and tell you that that's what it's doing. So when you are changing the settings, it's kind of like the Deluxe air fryer if you have that, and probably many other appliances as well. You just turn the dial to get the highlight to go around and select what you want. Then you just push down on it. So here's a panini. That's one of the other things you can do with the grill plates, which is fun. So as you can see, the panini is going to say it has 2 minutes and 30 seconds is the typical, and at 375 degrees. So it will be preheating, and then when it gets preheated, it will beep for you. So the other settings, and let me cancel that. The other settings, there's of course the time, the temperature that you can set custom how you would like, or adjust them, fine tune what their pre-program is. And here's it says top and bottom button. This button is what you push to control the temperature separately if you want the top to be at one temperature and the bottom to be at a different one. So I'm not even sure if you can see that on there. I apologize, the video, but this is the grill plate and the griddle plate. So if you wanted to open that all the way flat and have separate temperatures, you can do that. And that's how you do that. And then this button over here is the probe button, the add 30 seconds, and then a cancel button. So the probe, let me talk about that for just a second. It's great for proteins. I never used to believe in I guess, in temperature, in taking the meat temperature, because it was an extra step, and it's like, oh, you know, you can just look and see. Well, you really can't, especially on certain meats. You can't really see, okay, it's not pink, like on chicken in particular, or pork, where you really need to have it for safety reasons done all the way. It's not pink. Maybe the chicken looks like it's done, but it still has never reached that temperature, which with chicken, it's important that it gets to 165 for safety reasons. So it's just a great way to assure safety. And it's also for burgers and steaks. It's a great way to get them exactly like you like. So like if you like a medium done burger, like 140 degrees, you just cook it to that. It's going to stop cooking. And it's a perfect burger. It's going to be still moist and not completely dried out because you overcooked it, but yet it's going to be done how you like. And people are very excited that they've had some of the best steaks that they have ever had in their life with this, because you can get it exactly how you like without having to cut into the meat and do all those steps that don't work anyway. So you just insert the temperature probe here, and of course, just after this is preheated and ready, your meat won't be in there yet while it's preheating. Go ahead and insert this. You can see it has a little bit of a bend in it. So you'll insert it into the thickest part of the meat. The temperature is actually taken at the tip, so be careful that you're not actually angled up and hitting the top of the grill, or not even actually taking the temperature of the meat at all. And then just put your meat in and leave it like that. It will go to the probe setting when the probe is plugged in, and it will cook to whatever temperature you tell it to. So if chicken 165, it'll cook until the probe, where the probe is, which is the thickest part of the meat, is 165, and it'll stop, and it will beep when it's done. So that's a great option as well. And like I said, the probe can be stored in the drip. Maybe I didn't say that. I think I did. In the drip tray down below, there's a little place housing for it right here. I don't know how well you can see it, but it goes in here, and then there's little things that you can loop the cord around with. But you should not cook with the probe in this part, of course, because there's going to be grease dripped down there, and then the extra exposure to heat and whatnot. So I don't store it there because this lives on my countertop. I use it so much. I don't put this away. So if I tried to put that probe in there, I know I would cook with it in there, and it would not be what's recommended. So I just keep that in a drawer handy, close by. The other thing it does come with is just a little cleaning tool for the grill surface, just to kind of make that easy. As far as use of this or care for this, the plates are absolutely dishwasher safe entirely. It's just unbelievable. I love that part. Like I said, I just got my waffle plates out of the dishwasher for this demo because I did just use them this morning. But it's nice just to be able to throw those in there and not have to deal with it after you get the bigger portions off. And I told you about the storage for the probe. The cord wraps around, like I said, and the actual unit appliance will stand up vertically. You can lock the lid in place, so see it's not coming up. And then you can store it vertically like this when the cord's wrapped around. So for room, it doesn't take as much room up. I would be okay with that if it was in a cabinet where there was kind of some sheltering around. Personally, that makes me a little nervous on the counter because, you know, it doesn't really take a lot for it to tip, but it can be done and it doesn't take up as much room when you do it that way. So it's perfect, you know, it's absolutely an option. That's the Deluxe Electric Grill and Griddle. Love it, love it, love it. I'm going to make paninis pretty soon here, and then I have some tortilla shells I'm also going to make quesadillas with probably tomorrow. I've done vegetables on the grill. I've done meats. I've done chicken and steaks. I've done so many things. Of course, waffles, pancakes, eggs, the breakfast stuff. The eggs, if you like them like sunny side up, but you don't like the top like completely icky, but flipping them is sometimes you can't get quite the right cooked method either. People are saying that they use that hover technique, so they just warm the top while they're cooking the bottom, and it gives the top just that perfect amount of cooked consistency without having to flip it over and hope you don't break the egg and all that. So quickly, a couple of other items that came out this spring that are kind of adjuncts to the electric grill and griddle that you might find handy. These are the silicone trivets. They're nesting together. There's 3 of those. I love them because they are very flexible. They can be stored in a drawer or out on the cabinet, either one. They have a texture to them, a pattern, so that they will grip the counter if that's the side you have down, or the dish if that's the side you have down. And this is a flat one, the littlest one. The other 2 have a lip around them, so they actually catch a little bit of fluids if there is some leakage. Just super handy, just such a good idea. Such a simple idea, and makes my life nice and easy, so I like easy. One of the other things, simple things that I really love for being something small, I got so excited about it, I can't believe it, are the saute tongs. So they're closed like that. All you do is you flip them like that and they're open. And the end of those are super small, as you can see, so it's great for delicate foods like shrimps and scallops, anything that's small, like small sausage links or anything you don't want to crush, because you can really control how much pressure you put on it. Just another simple device that just like, oh yeah, why didn't we have those sooner? I guess they did used to have these, and I missed out on that era apparently, or didn't see them, but They did bring them back because people liked them so well. And then when you're done, you just flip them completely back around and they store flat. Anything that stores flat in my drawer is a winner, like their potato masher, because I hate drawers that get jammed. And I hate it when you're trying to fumble through stuff and it's just a mess all the time. The other thing that is new are the pasta tongs. Love those. So as you'll notice, they do not come completely together because you don't want to crush your pasta. So that's a great benefit, and they also have the slots on both sides so that as you're picking up the pasta, the liquid can drain out and it's not all, you know, liquidy when you get it on your plate. So just like many other of their utensils, when they're self-locking, so when you are using them, you'll be down in the down position, then they're going to be unlocked like such, and then when you're done, if you go like that, it locks them in position by moving this little button back and forth. I had my, I don't remember what it was, one of the utensils for, I don't know, a couple years before I realized that that was supposed to do that. I was actually physically moving it back and forth and wondering why it was like that. Well, it's so you don't, it's a hands-off kind of a thing, so love it. I'm a little slow sometimes about stuff like that, but making my life harder than it had to be. One other item that is not new, but goes along with the temperature monitoring of meats and proteins that I do love, is the digital thermometer, meat thermometer. And of course you can use it for chocolates, melting chocolates and other things as well. But I've started using this and have been quite happy with the results. So it has the little probe that is stored right in it just folds back inside of itself. So you can go like that and just probe something quickly, the chicken breast or whatever, if it's out already. The on button's on the side. And then if you actually want it inside of the oven, like you have a turkey or something and it's that last hour or two and you're like, I don't know, is it done? Is it not done? I don't know. Should we cut into it? I don't know. And I still don't know because I looked and it looks a little pink or whatever. So this takes the guesswork out of it, makes it nice. So there is a probe that it comes with it and nice long cord. Just goes into this little side panel here. And of course, the probe is the same as any other one. You're going to want to put that in the thickest part of the meat. You don't have to put it in there the entire time it's cooking. You can. It doesn't hurt anything. Or you can just put it in the last hour or two and when it's finishing up, if it's something that took a long time to cook. The other beautiful thing about this is that it is magnetic. So you put this inside your oven and thread it through the door, and this sticks to the outside of your oven door. And I don't have anything that's completely metal close by, I guess this little paper towel stand here, which is just barely in and of itself has any metal, but it does stick. It's really a great magnet. It doesn't have any problem sticking. So that's a purchase that I made just in the last probably 6 months that I've used quite often and was kind of surprised by. So I can't wait to come back on and show you some food demos because I have several recipes I want to try with the Deluxe Grill and Griddle. And I will certainly do that, and hopefully we'll have some good ideas of what to cook in there coming up soon on a video. Thanks, guys.